Like and share and subscribe.
It's our race, PR. See the lifestyle, fuck rap. Yeah.
Hey Lakers, man, I'm sorry. Before I kick this whole thing off, I gotta apologize because I know you Lakers fans are looking at like, why cool keep going on the Lakers like that? Only because y'all are our rivalries and y'all know who are. Let me continue. This is why I gotta give the Lakers the work, because let me tell you, everywhere I be at, there's a Lakers head. It's been a lot of Lakers heads, and I watched y'all chip chatter for 2-3 years. Yeah, you got one of them 3 years. You got one of them championships out of 3. But I still hear y'all chip chat. You know who Lakers fans remind me of? Cowboy fans. Let's go. This is out of ESPN.com. Los Angeles Lakers star Russell Westbrook benched late and lost. Coach Frank Vogel had green light to do it, sources say. Los Angeles, what's going on with y'all in Lakerland? Over the past week and a half, Lakers management has told the coaching staff to coach Westbrook as the coaches see fit, even if that means pulling him from a game, as Vogel did for the final 3 minutes and 52 seconds of the fourth quarter against Indiana. Sources told ESPN. You're getting this news from KSPN. But before I continue, why is the front office telling the coaches to coach a player how they're coaching the player? They're already coaching them how they see fit. They're losing. See, the problem is everybody's starting to point fingers. And like I told y'all before, I made a bold prediction on IG, and it's coming in fruition right now. Dwight Howard's in trade talks. Russell Westbrook's in trade talks. Frank Vogel's on the hot seat. Everything that I said on IG is coming into fruition. If I ain't mistaken, I might have said this on one of the previous Cool Sports posts. Y'all don't pay attention. Cool know what he talk about when he do these sports segments, man. Let me continue. One source close to the situation described the message from management to the staff as, quote, "You got to do what you got to do." Damn right, because y'all right now. Y'all record says it. Westbrook was 5 for 17 from the field. Brick City! When Vogel put him in for Malik Monk, with LA trailing 101-94, it seemed like the game was already over. Apart from his offensive struggles, Westbrook failed to execute on the defensive end. And look, the defense win championships, and if you ain't playing defense, Westbrook, All-Star, MVP, future Hall of Famer, if you ain't playing defense, Caris LeVert blew by Westbrook on defense for a layup with 7 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. I ain't see the play, but every article that I read, and there's different articles I read on this, they went to the Caris LeVert play. And let's explain that, because the coaching staff have repeatedly emphasized the scouting report to take away LeVert's right hand. And Westbrook, guarding LeVert at the top of the key one-on-one, didn't angle himself properly and allowed LeVert easy access to the hoop. Asked what was behind his decision to bench Westbrook, the normally measured Vogel responded with the matter-of-fact edge. Quote, "Playing the guys that I thought were going to win the game," he said. Vogel's job has been in jeopardy since LA was blown out by 37 points at the Denver Nuggets over the weekend, according to various reports. So, god damn, how you lose by 37 in you LA? I love LA. The coaching staff had been debating whether to pull Westbrook from late game situations for weeks, but always refrained because of worries about the lasting impact on Westbrook's psyche, sources said. Indeed, even LeBron James danced around the subject, just like he did when he was in the playoffs. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was Jay Crowder when we beat their ass last year in the playoffs, in the first round. I'm sorry. Shots fired. Indeed, even LeBron James danced around the subject of Westbrook's benching, perhaps not wanting to draw further attention to the indignity for the one-time league MVP. Quote, would you think that would bother Russ not being in the late game? He said, answering a reporter's question with the question rather than giving a straight answer. Hey, this is the article, man. I'm just reading it. Hey, but when y'all, because I seen this interview, and if you heard and seen his mannerisms, you would probably assume that that quote was a direct shot at Frank Vogel. Let me run it back. Would you think that would bother Russ not being in a late game? He said. And if the reporter was smart and hoop, he would probably say, yeah, I know I would. And I hoop. So, moving forward. James was left to speak on Westbrook because the 14-year veteran who exited the court with 8.4 seconds remaining on the clock departed from the arena without speaking to reporters. Westbrook also had already vacated the locker room by the time his teammates were finished showering, sources said, foregoing any post-game discussion with the team. Damn. Team play out in LA, right? God damn. Quote, I don't think it's nothing personal, said the Lakers forward Carmello Anthony. Of course you gonna say that. And as a hooper, I'm gonna say this. That locker room is in shambles. If I'm on that team right now, I'm thinking that locker room is in shambles. And the Lakers locker room ain't the only one in shambles right now. We can take it there. I think Brooklyn's locker room is in shambles. You got a part-time player on your roster, and if y'all gonna accept that as teammates, y'all just as whack as some of these listeners of YouTube channels that stay on their channel, knowing they don't supposed to be listening to them. They don't give them nothing in knowledge, but y'all continue to listen to them. That's how you teammates are if y'all not stepping up to the plate, saying, for real? Quote, I don't think it's nothing personal, said Lakers forward Carmello Anthony, who recently said that he can relate to the role adjustment Westbrook is going through this season, having done it himself a few years back. Quote, it's just something that he's not used to. You would think somebody like that would be on the court. But with the flow of the game, there's been times I haven't been in the game or other guys haven't been in the game. So I don't think it's anything personal. Not personal, but certainly critical. The Lakers about to embark on a 6-game road trip and sitting at number 8 in the Western Conference. My, that's poor. This is halfway through the season. This was supposed to be the team to go 82-0. This was supposed to be the team to bring the LA Blacks back to its glory days a few years back. The bubble championship, right? This was supposed to be the year. You got Westbrook, Malik Monk, Carmello Anthony, DeAndre Jordan, Dwight Howard, Stanley Johnson, LeBron James. Y'all supposed to do the damn thing, right? I'm gonna leave y'all with this. I'm gonna leave the Lakers fans with this. Hey, is it time to blow this team up? Because if y'all check the IG, Cool Adamas predicted everything that's going down with LA right damn now, and I got the receipts to prove it. But what do y'all Lakers fans think? What do NBA fans think? What do Hoopers think? Is LA going to even make the playoffs? I know there's the play-in games, but could they very well? Let me check something. Could they very well like fall? Western Conference standings. Let's just look at the Western Conference standings, and of course, you got my boys at the top of the key. Phoenix Suns at the best record in the league. Warriors are right behind them at number 2. Grizzlies at 3. Utah Jazz is 4. Mavericks 5. Nuggets 6. Timberwolves 7. Lakers 8. I honestly think if the Pelicans could get it together, they could be up there in the playing game as well. I also think, I think that's about it. The Thunder and the Rockets is pretty much over for you guys. But again, I think if the Pelicans or the Spurs can get it together, they can get up in that playing game. Replace LA. Clippers, it seems like they on pace to replace LA. Portland, they right around that corner. And Kings, maybe they can get something right. They need a spurt, though. Spurtability is what it is. But I digress.
You would think the team that's losing ain't gonna do it either, right? But nah, this is LeBron James we talking about. This nigga gotta get 30 points so his fans can have something to talk about after this game. Look at him. Getting his 30 points. No one's even playing defense. 3 seconds on the clock. What does that 2 do for us? What does that 2 do for the team? It don't do shit. All it does is benefit you. Worried about stats. This nigga's shameless. Ain't no fucking way. Look at him. I got my 30 points. That's all he worried about right now. Getting his points. So his fans can say he got 30 points. He ain't got no damn help. I got nobody to help me out. We need to get in the gym. We need the GM to get some trades. We need to get some offense going. That's all he worried about. Like, shit is shameless to me, nigga. He does this shit all the time.
The Lakers are such wussies. And I only say wussies because I can't say the word I want to say.
I know.
The way they have tried to throw Russell Westbrook and Frank Vogel under the bus is just really pissing me off. And I got to tell you something.
Oh no! Hey, you know we've got a guest standing by.
Well, the Lakers still suck when we get back from his interview.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, he was playing. And I'm still mad. Now listen, I'm not going to sit out like all these clowns on other networks got their head up the Lakers' booties. Now, they're blaming Frank Vogel and Russell Westbrook. Listen, the people up top who put that trash together are running and hiding like cowards, saying, oh, it's Frank, it's Russ. You put all them old geezers out there. Listen, the best guy, other than LeBron, in the last month has been who? Stanley Johnson.
Yeah.
And for y'all to be bringing a guy who was on the street and he becomes your second best player, and the general, whoever running that trash out there getting away, it's ridiculous, man.
Russell Westbrook is going to have to accept the fact you can't shoot. You just can't shoot. Now, over the last three times over the last 4 years, you've shot 66% for the free throw line or worse, which is bad enough. You're not a jump shooter. And now Russell Westbrook, cats are laying off of you and daring you to shoot jump shots. And you can't make them. And considering the direction that the league is going in, all of those things make sense to say Perkins is right. He needs to come off the bench. Here's my thinking. I believe the month was February of 2020, Perk, where Russell Westbrook was a monster. He was player of the month. Well, damn it, he wasn't shooting well then either in terms of his jump shots. He was attacking the basket with vigor. And what he said was, the hell with what I can't do, here's what I can do. And what I can do here is going to make you formidable enough. You Russell Westbrook, it's like you're trying to prove people wrong when they think you can't shoot a jump shot. Or when they say, let them go to the free throw line. No, attack them.
What do you guys think? Comment below, share, subscribe. This is a KSPN Cool Sports Chronicle on the channel of Cool, the coolest channel on YouTube. We out.
It's those being DJ. On the channel of Cool. Like and share and subscribe.
It's our race, PR. See the lifestyle. Fuck rap.